Atomfall has just released, and it's actually a lot more challenging than many people originally thought it would be. So in this video, I will be showing you a bunch of weapons and items that you can get very early on in the game that will make the early hours of the game a little easier. But first, if you enjoyed this video and want to see more videos just like this one, subscribe to this channel. Now first up will be the first gun that you will come across. To get it, you will need to look for the red phone booth that will be outside of the bunker that you start the game in. Then go to the left and look for this building. And then you can just make your way to this back room, and here you will find a body with a shotgun on it and some ammo for it. And you will also find some other helpful items, including more ammo for that shotgun, or ammo for other guns that I will be showing you in this video. Now this isn't the best gun in the game, but it will be pretty helpful during the early hours. And even if you run out of ammo for it, you can aim it at enemies to scare them off. After this, head back to the red phone booth, then go to this house on the hill to the right. You will need to squeeze through the door and then crawl into this room, but here on the window you will find a knife. Again, it won't be the best, but it can do some good damage, and it will have a fast attack speed, and a high damage dealing heavy attack, and it can be used as a throwing knife as a last resort. From this house, follow where I go on screen now to get on top of this bridge. And here you will find a body with a cricket bat laying beside it. This is just a free basic melee weapon that will give you another option when it comes to combat. It can do some good damage, but you will replace it pretty early on for something better. But early on in the game, you will just want as many weapons as you can get your hands on. And then you can jump off of the bridge and take out this enemy who will be holding another decent melee weapon for you to grab, but what we really want is the key on the body in the crashed helicopter, along with everything else that we can loot inside of the helicopter. But I will be showing you where we can use that key later on in the video to get a great early game item. But before we leave, look for this waterfall that will be near that crashed helicopter and then run into it. And here you will find a secret area that will have more items for you to pick up. Now these items seem to be randomized, but you will still be able to find things like medkits, ammo, food, and explosives. From that waterfall, go to the right and enter this nearby mine. And here you will find a vendor that will be selling a hatchet, which is actually a pretty great weapon, so if you have something that you can trade for it other than your shotgun or the ammo that you have found, I would say that it's worth it to grab. This hatchet was pretty helpful for me during the early game, but just make sure you don't buy the metal detector, because next we will be going to this location on the map, and here beside this body in the water you will find a free metal detector that will allow you to find hidden treasure as you explore, like leads, ammo, food, and much more. So it is great to be able to grab this for free as soon as you start the game. The next weapon will be another free gun. To get it, head to this location on the map. Now there will be one enemy in this area that you will have to take out, but it shouldn't be too difficult. Then look for this block door that you can crawl under, and in this building there will be some crafting resources for you to grab, but we will be looking for this 22 rifle that will be right here. And of course, grab the nearby ammo for it. This is one of my favorite early game guns as it can take out enemies in one hit if you go for headshots, and it's pretty commonly found on enemies, which allows you to collect multiple of them to upgrade it. After you grab this gun, you can run out the locked door beside it and go to this building with the yellow sign on it, and here you will find a free flashlight which will help you while exploring, and on the top floor of this building you will find a comic book. The next free early game weapon can be found in this building right here on the map. When you get here, you will need to sneak into the building as there are usually a few enemies around it, then make your way to the second floor. Jump through this hole in the wall, then squeeze between this gap to get into the next room. And here you will find a free revolver and some pistol ammo for it. This is another weapon that I really enjoyed using as it will hold 6 rounds, so you don't need to reload after every shot. And it is pretty accurate as long as you aren't using it from too far away, and it can do some really good damage. Now the next 2 things on the list can both be found at the same area, which will be right here on your map. When you get here, you can enter this building and you will find a crate with a training stim inside of it. These will be used to unlock skills which will improve your character, so you want to get as many of them as you can. Then you will want to wait around in this area for enemies to show up. For some reason, this is like a hub area that enemy patrols will walk through or stop at, which will make it a great place for an ambush to get a rarer weapon that will really help you during the early game. And that will be the Lee 4 rifle. This rifle will do more damage than the 22 rifle, and the mag will hold 5 rounds. So you will do more damage and you won't need to reload after every shot. So I really suggest sitting in this area and taking out every enemy that shows up until you find one that will drop the Lee 4 rifle, which is what I did, and it took about 10 minutes. Or you could go out and hunt down enemies for it, but it's much easier to just sit here and wait. And finally, we have the last item on the list, which will require you to use that key that we picked up at the start of the video. All you will need to do is take that key to this location on the map, then crawl under this garage door. And here you will find a lockbox that you can unlock with that key, and inside of it you will find the sticky bomb recipe. This will be extremely helpful to you as you will now be able to craft high damage dealing explosives that will take out large groups of enemies very quickly. And those are a bunch of items that you don't want to miss at the start of Atomfall. But if you liked this video and want to see more videos just like this one, please subscribe to this channel. And thank you for watching.